Avtomat Kalashnikova, the AK-47 in the family of AK platform rifles. Such a wonderful group of firearms. They are, in fact, the preferred assault rifle for government takeovers, regime changes, and coups all over the world. The AK platform is widely popular and world renowned. Why? It's widely available, over 80 million produced. Even in the worst of conditions, snow, ice, mud, muck, sand, dirt, it doesn't matter. It just keeps running. Just watch the nightly news. You see these types of images all the time. Armed militants, donning AKs or other AK type rifles. You can go back 50 plus years and you would see the very same thing on a nightly newsreel. The AK is a fierce and deadly firearm in the hands of even an untrained militant or a 12-year-old. We've all seen those pictures. It's incredibly reliable. You don't even have to clean it. And if you do clean it, you'll just be shamed. You don't have to lubricate it, oil it, or do any type of daily maintenance. But as I watch all of these news reports and videos, I have a burning question about what I'm even seeing, or in this case, not seeing. My question is this: where are all the tactical or modernized AKs? All I've seen is a bunch of guys running around with a lot of AK retro rifles. Where's all the night vision, red dots, holographic weapon sights, the magnifiers, or the modular handguards? Are these even needed? I think so, and that's the reason for this video. I love the AK-47. So much so that when all my buddies were out in the backwoods of Indiana in 1982, I was the only one LARPing around the woods with a plastic AK-47. And I love the AK-47 platform so much that it was my very first video released here at 404 Tactical some 3 years ago of my then newly acquired Zastava M70 ZPAP rifle. And so it comes to this. This is my Zastava M70 that I purchased a few years ago, made some changes to it. Let's talk about it. In a world of AR guys, be an AK guy. No, I'm not really into the retro rifle scene anymore. That's what I consider the M70 as I bought it. It had the light maple furniture on it, the wooden handguard and the wooden stock. I mean, to me, that's a retro rifle, right? So basically, I wanted to bring this thing up to speed with how I wanted a rifle to be. So I've got this M4 style buffer tube on here with 6 positions. I switched out the grip, Texas dog leg rail. I've got on here a EOTech Op Mod. Basically, it's the Optics Planet version with EOTech, and this is the EXPS2 basically. Got a G45 magnifier on here, UTG quad rail, Picatinny at 12369, 3 QD points on each side, running the Streamlight here with a pressure pad. Inside the pressure pad is, I've got a Cloud Defensive pressure pad mount. So a lot more fun now, and I got an emissary handbrake on it to be able to hold it as I want to and pull it back into my shoulder. So it's a lot of fun now. Use it more, it's more comfortable, and that's all about being able to have a useful rifle or a usable rifle. And if it's more fun to shoot and it's more comfortable, then for sure you're going to use it more and get more training with it. Adding accessories to your rifle is no different than adding accessories to your car. I'm a guy. I like to do guy shit. I treat my rifles like everything else. As far as my truck goes, if I want to add new rims, big tires, better exhaust, air filter, upgraded speakers, that's the kind of stuff I'm going to do. It's just what I want to do, and I like to personalize things so that I like them better. If you look at this rifle, you can ask yourself this question, or ask me this question. Do I really need an EOTech EXPS2 with this? Probably not. Do I need a G45 5x magnifier on this? Probably not. Will this make the rifle shoot better? No, of course not. It may help me shoot the rifle better the way I shoot. That's probable. Do I need a modular handguard? Do I need this heavy 4 Picatinny section rail on here? Well, if I want to add anything up here, then I probably have to have something. Does it have to be one like this or one this heavy? No, probably not. It's just a preference. I've got this Streamlight on here. It's got a laser and it's got a light, and I got a pressure pad here and a cloud defensive pressure pad mount. I've got a bipod on here. I got this receiver extension. This buffer tube has 6 positions on it. I can put it in any of the positions that's comfortable for me. Now it's got to be in a certain position to get the eye relief on here, but if I'm not using this, I can use this at any distance. Also, this has a cheek piece on it, and it's got a higher level on here. If I'm using an elevated optic like this right here, I'll use this cheek piece. If I have a low optic on here, then I'll take this piece off so that I have a better line of sight and I'm not overlooking the optic. And I've got this grip on here because it's more comfortable. Again, these are preferences just for me and just for how I like to shoot this rifle. But sometimes I ask myself, is it worth it? Because this goes from being an already heavy rifle at 8 pounds to being 10 pounds and 2 ounces in this configuration. And that's pretty heavy. But ask yourself this question, will you use the rifle more? That's what I ask myself, and I do. I use it more than I used to. Am I a better shooter with it? Am I more accurate? Yeah, I think so. I can hit better targets up to 100 yards. Will the rifle shoot better with these things or without these things? The rifle's going to shoot the same regardless of the configuration that I have it in. So these are just preferences for me. I like shooting this rifle. I like the configuration. I do miss that classic old AK retro style look. And one thing I did about this is I didn't make any changes to this, that I couldn't just remove all this stuff and put everything back to the original configuration. I didn't remove my rifle sling. I didn't remove anything on here that I can't automatically go back and replace in about an hour or two. So I may put that rifle back into the old configuration. I do like the looks of the retro rifle, but if I'm going to go out on the range, most of the time, I'm going to take this rifle that's 8.5 pounds. Or I'm going to take this rifle that's 6 pounds. But I do like to get this one out. It's fun. AKs are fun. If you want to watch some really good videos, check out the AK Operators Union or check out AK47. I watched hours and hours of videos from these two channels. Before I got my Zastava M70, I probably watched every video they had at the time 4 years ago. And there's some other videos out there about the M70, and I had to really decide what it was that I wanted to get, right? It was going to be my first AK 16-inch rifle, and when I got it 4 years ago, I really wasn't sure what I wanted. Did I want a Wasser? Did I want a Century Arms? Did I want an Arsenal? There's all kinds of AKs out there, and I think that I made the right choice. For the money that I paid for this, it's been very reliable for me, and I love it, and it gets a lot of attention when I take it to the range, whether I've got it in this configuration or, you know, just the old light maple furniture. But I love it. It's a great shooter, and I'm really glad to have it.